Let me invite the CEO of the National Housing and Construction Company, Mr. Kenneth Kaijuka, to give us about the great opportunities that National Housing has for people in the diaspora. Last time I checked, they're working on a new estate. I don't know how far that has gone, but also refurbishing the different estates that have been happening. So Kenneth, it's really good to have you back again. And well, it's time for you to speak to us about what National Housing has for both people who are in Uganda, but also for those who are in the diaspora. Kenneth, you're very welcome.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, viewers, dear diaspora community. As mentioned, Kenneth is my name, and I am the Chief Executive Officer at National Housing and Construction Company Limited. It's always a pleasure sharing with you, because then we bring business opportunities to you in real estate, but also we bring you finished products for those of you who have been our regular customers. I want to, and I know you fully aware that over the 57 years of National Housing's existence, we've offered quality housing estates throughout the country. And normally we are proud to mention each and every part of this country where you visit and you find the semblance of organized settlement, the bomber grounds, the estates, the housing, residential or commercial establishments. You'll find the footprint of National Housing. And if you look at Kampala, for all areas, Nakasero, Kororo, Bugorobi, Ntinda, Minister's Village, go to Chambogolo Estate, go to Lubowa, we opened it up. You go to Nigeria, you go to Kiwatule. We're talking of that kind of leadership that we've offered to date, and then we let others follow. We open boundaries, and then others appreciate. So we are happy to do that once more, and to make sure that every Ugandan can access our products, can access our business as appropriately as possible. Even now with the interconnectivity through the webinars like this, we hope we can be able to engage with a bigger market. Through our mandate, our viewership and listenership, we offer business not only in the residential domain, but in the commercial, in the industrial, in the institutional as well. So in each of the brackets, whether you're looking to be an industrial developer, you can engage with the National Housing, and we can be able to run with you through establishment of your warehousing, through establishment of your factory premises before you install your machinery. In the commercial space, we can develop with you or develop for you premises, whether they are office or shops or anything that you can mention. In the residential, we have done a lot of work. We certainly, yes, we can provide the low, medium, up to the high-end residential facilities. But we also are open to the institutional bracket, schools, hospitals, barracks, and we are engaging with various developers and development partners to make sure that we make this available to you in Uganda and outside Uganda. I'm quite sure of the time limitations I have. I want to interest you. There's a finished product which presents itself on the screen. This is Impara Estate, Namungona. A very, very close location to the city center. 195 turnkey 3-bedroom units complete. You can pay today, and tomorrow you have your keys and you can occupy the unit. We moved countryside. This is Mbarara city, where we have put 156 units. We look to do more than 200. And phase 1 of 80 units are complete. Some of you have already occupied. Those of you who have not acquired a unit, would invite you to come to this kind of elegant living right on the Boma grounds, facing Kaijuka Stadium, next to the University Inn. I would invite you to pick a unit, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom units. We also have units in Naria, Jasmine Apartments, 1, 3, and 4-bedroom units. These are nearing completion. That's the stage where we are, and we hope in the next 6 months, this should be ready. I also want to invite you. Some of you have already acquired, booked, and are paying, but I want to say there are a few units remaining. You can book yourself a unit right in there. I talked about our provision of commercial space, office space at Towers Building, property of National Housing and Construction Company Limited. Want you to come and take up the limited space available, less than 1,000 square meters, and be able to enjoy the neighborhood of the Stanbics Bank, the neighborhoods of the EU and the African Development Bank, Ministry of Finance, to mention but a few. This is a very strategic location for you, secure, and at your application to National Housing should be able to access your office space right in the CBD. We offer machinery, plant and equipment for construction. We have these in our stock, not stock, but in our yard. And so if you need to open up your site, if you want to open up your land, we can have this machinery accessible to you for hire, for rent. And also, we've also been engaging with construction companies that have gotten jobs to be able to support them in delivering those contracts. However, for today, Solomon and our viewers today, I would interest you in this chart, which runs from 1 to 20. Under this chart, we seek to run the entire housing value chain. The only way we can meet the needs of every Ugandan, as our vision and mission is to make sure that we touch every Ugandan, every interested partner with us at every stage, at every node of delivery of real estate. And as you notice from number 1, we'll be offering land management services. We'll further provide design services. We'll offer quantity surveying services because we have all these professionals registered, accredited, and you cannot go wrong with us. We will be going into material testing services. We're joining hands with the National Building Review Board to set up the first national materials testing referral center. And this, we're going to put it up at Ruboa, where we have quite substantial sizable land. We're looking to do project planning and management services. We understand that many of you in the diaspora have hit snags at each of these nodes. And we're saying your National Housing and Construction Company Limited is available at your disposal to give you this credible service. We're looking to provision of prefabricated construction materials. We know many of you have burnt your fingers and have lost your money in buying materials and products on the market that either are substandard or are just mimicking what it should have been. But we think that come next year, 2022, through the entire housing value chain, we should be able to offer you these construction units. We'll offer you welding and prefabrication services in aluminum, in steel, and we want to invite you come next year for that quality service. Historically, I think the Casements Limited were part of the franchise of National Housing until when they were sold off. We now look forward to reestablishing these services because we understand that most Ugandans, every Ugandan who is developing at some point is at a certain level of development. If you've already built and you are looking to that quality window, that quality door, we want to invite you. We're looking at quality products. We have quality centers where we're going to be producing good quality rock and stone for you to use either in your construction, in roadworks or any other construction works. To reach every Ugandan, we desire to establish hardware outlets for you, for the market to be able to compare cross-board and appreciate that if I need that quality input material, I should first visit National Housing hardware stores, whether it's for steel, whether it's for plumbing, electrical, electromechanical. We also under 11, and I'll be sharing this in the next slide, under the housing products, the various housing products that I'm going to enumerate when we get down. We also offer rental schemes under the various products that we develop, and I'll be highlighting these. We have also opened a window for facilities management services. Some of you already have products. When we sell to you a unit or a product, it be an institution, you've had challenges managing it through its O&M phases. As National Housing, we've offered to get into that business bracket. As our name is National Housing and Construction Company Limited, that name gives us two mandates: housing, but also the construction side of things. So we're able to build for you not only houses, but also roads and any other works, including third-party works, whether they're in water, in energy, oil and gas. You'll visit us and you'll be able to join hands with us in delivering these services. I've already mentioned about plant and equipment. We'll be doing environmental studies. We're looking at traffic impact studies. All these inform the projects and the entire housing value chain. Without this, you cannot have an approval for you to start the development. So we know that we've been walking a long journey and we want to do this. But most importantly, and number 19, we've opened up a window for collaboration and partnerships where we are engaging with landowners, we're engaging with financiers, we're engaging with the developers, we're engaging with institutions that you come together and we discuss. Many of you, we know you have big chunks of land and this land is standing idle, either at your farm, you've had the desire to develop it into a residential establishment or an institutional establishment, but you do not have the resources, you do not have the technical expertise, you do not know, you are in the diaspora, you do not know how to engage locally, to run through the designs and approval. So we're inviting you, come knock the doors of National Housing and Construction Company Limited. We engage with our professionals and the gurus. We look out, we work out a matrix where you bring in your land, you bring in your hardware, you bring in your finances, and we work and smile together to the end product. So really, Solomon and viewers, what follows right in the slides is what I've enumerated, and I'll be able to share these slides so that everybody can pitch camp at the level where they need assistance. I've talked about land management. URA has just talked about the transactions and the taxation in land. We should be able to run that mile for you through land acquisition services, selling and buying. We're looking at those of you who have land that is lying idle. We are going to be putting strategic business units, whether it's tree planting, whether it is the alternative use for the land as you wait to probably put that mega project that you want to deal with. We'll be offering land surveying services. Diaspora, you have a challenge visiting lands, your boundaries are getting lost, and we want to invite you that through our professional cadres, surveyors, we want to move and do that for you. Be able to give you the deed plans and land titles. We also can we can master plan your land. You can't be in UK, in the US, elsewhere, and then you begin to engage off ground with how you want to master plan your land. Visit National Housing and we'll give you these services. We also, and you only say you have a finished product, a house, but do you have a good piece of plot of land that I can believe is quality, it's true. So we'll be selling standard plots. We're also offering service plots, but we can also do landscaping and gardening. Under the professional architecture design services, some of you have already had land you've designed, but all you are missing is the architecture designs. Our professionals will offer this service, the structure, the electrical, electromechanical, project reviews. Some of you have projects that are seated with you and need just mere review for them to progress. Knock our doors and this service will offer to you. We're looking at concepts and feasibility studies before they are approved and logged on the Uganda Investment Authority platform. We are able to do this for you, as well as building project business cases. Some of you have come to us. You have a design is complete, but you want the bills of quantities. You cannot even know what cost it's going to, the cost you're going to meet in delivering this project. So project cost estimates, project material schedules. Some of you want to start construction by yourselves. We should be able to break down this design for you into the material schedules. You require 1,000 bags of cement, you require 10,000 pieces of bricks, you require so much steel, name it. These are services that are open to you as our partners and diaspora customers. We'll be looking at project materials and specifications. There's quite a lot on the market I've mentioned through our hardware stores. We'll be doing this to quality control the works, but also we can help you specify through the technology that is available in the market. We are engaging with the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness to be able to do damage and disaster assessment. These are aspects that as national housing, most of these people, when calamity has befallen, then they are being relocated, and we're saying this is quite handy with national housing. In the material laboratory services, which I mentioned, through the National Building Review Board, and where we hope to scale out countryside, we'll be doing technical investigations, building materials testing, bearing capacities. We'll be testing the steel and the wood and the concrete products and any other material to make sure that the product that comes on the market is quality. Construction, project planning and management, I mentioned. If you have a project and you need these services, visit us, whether it's an institution, whether it's government through the MDS, ministries, departments, and agencies, but also the individual clients whom I'm addressing this afternoon. I pray that you'll visit us and we can do that docket for you for safe delivery of your project. I've talked about materials. We'll be looking at concrete products. We are getting into production, these products. The blocks that you need, that quality, the paving blocks, the concrete poles, culverts, name them. Give us your order and we'll deliver to you for the project before your hand. In the prefabrication, I've already mentioned steel products, aluminum and others. But now in the clay products, dear listeners and viewers and clients and customers, you appreciate that Uganda clays, up to until some time of divestiture, it was just a branch of National Housing. It gave us that brand of the clay tiles for all buildings I've mentioned before, whether in Kororo, Nakasero, or Bugorobi. But that was divested, and it stands alone now as a fully-fledged institution that is into the production of clay tiles. We are seeking to go back because many of you have complained of our pricing, you've complained of how we can deliver an affordable product. We cannot deliver an affordable product when we are not in charge, in control of the input materials. So we hope to open this window again, and so this can be handed to us. And other clay products, whether they are tiles, name them. I mentioned about the quarry products.
You just have about a minute to wrap it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The quarry products I mentioned, but also we hope you'll meet us in cities and municipalities where we want to be doing mass housing in municipalities and cities to control and be able to mitigate the increasing numbers. But important under 11 is the housing development. This is where I probably concluded. We've been giving you turnkey units. Some of you have demanded you need share units where you can customize and do your finishes. We'll provide that in the coming year. The customized units, we can engage with you and finish the unit to your taste. But we also are moving to offer you furnished units. Those of you who want furniture right into the units. But also I've mentioned commercial properties, warehousing. We have warehousing we can lease to you or we can do with you. And also the number of products as enlisted, I'll share this. But lastly, Solomon, the rental scheme where Diaspora can quickly access our products through the rent-to-own scheme of the finished products. The pure rent, we negotiate with you at affordable rents, both for commercial properties where we can give you rent, for rental spaces at City Above mentioned, warehousing mentioned, but I want to thank you. The others will be shared across through the slides, and I hope we can attract you through these services in the coming year so that every Ugandan is serviced through the entire housing value chain. We want to invite you, those of you who have the money, to partner with us in this Bukerere Satellite City project that seeks to deliver more than 10,000, the first satellite city in Uganda on a freehold land title that we hold. I want to thank you and invite you to visit us at National Housing. You're welcome.
Kenneth Kaijuka there, the CEO of National Housing